What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, y'all. Here we go. I've got a Nightmare Ancient Minds build video recorded, but I don't have it edited and ready to go up yet, and I'm ready to jump right into survival. So how I got Ancient Minds unlocked, I will have a video of that coming, but I did get, I got Nightmare and Ancient Minds unlocked now, so I am able to get that survival going. Now, I am going to need to make some changes. First things first, let me check my loot filter. Let's just stick with legendaries now. I think that is good. Now, the changes I'm going to be making is Nightmare, of course, is going to have gens, which means I'm not going to be able to spam proton beams all over the world like I have been doing. Which also means the proton is not going to be my main defense. What's going on there, Cameron? Since the proton is not my main defense, I'm not going to want to play actively on the EV. I'm going to want to probably play actively on the Apprentice. Now, obviously, I don't want to move at this speed on the Apprentice, so first things first. Let's swap pets here. In fact, I still need accessories, too. Are those any good? I mean, those aren't enough to make a huge difference. Let's see, what does that put my stats at? That's actually pretty decent. Could use a little bit more range, I feel like. But that's not too shabby. Let me see what the range looks like here now. Oof. And that just seems a little short. Come on, Nightmare. I mean, it's going to have to do. It's what I've got, right? Yep, DSTs now, for sure. DSTs are a powerhouse, no doubt. So definitely going to take advantage of some DSTs. Anyway, let's hop on in and get the map started. My goal here is, I mean, obviously I would love to be able to clear it, but a more realistic goal is I want to be able to make it to wave 15 to get a Nightmare quality rock pet. I am going to go with hardcore. When it comes to grinding survival, I personally would not recommend, I mean, just go with hardcore. It's just worth it. No copter lane in Nightmare. Yeah, that was changed, huh? So no unlocks here since this is my first attempt. I think there was copter ogres and then maybe they pulled them out. I'm not even positive there, to be honest. But let's see. What do we start with? We start with 200. We start with nada. So what do I want to do to start? I mean, I feel like I've got to use the EV just to get through the first waves. We've only got 25 enemies, though. Let's go something like that. I mean, I'm fine with that. I got no problem with there not being any copters. Copters are rough when you first get started until you learn how to deal with them and get some better stats. Now I'm debating here, do I go back and put 2 walls? Or do I go up further and only put 1? Tell you what, let's plan on 1, and then if I have to change it, I'll change it down the road. That leaves me 110 left. What do I want to do with the 110? Well, I mean, I could just spam some protons just to get through the first few waves. Let's just do that. Let's go, let's just get through these initial waves. That'll give me 1 lane I have to DPS. Now I also don't have this weapon upgraded. I really don't want to spend any gold on it. because I'm probably going to replace it this run, right? So why dump gold into it? Plus it's poison damage. I guess that doesn't matter until Massacre, but I tell you what, let's do this for wave 1. Let's DPS on the EV. So let me switch these pets back. Just to get through the first wave. Or the first couple of waves. See, and this is the lane I gotta burn manual. My Huntress is level 40 right now. That's another objective on this map, is to get my Huntress leveled. But I need to get, I'm not going to go back and level my Huntress. You know, I mean, I would love to have the Huntress available right now, but it's not. So rather than go back, I'm just going to keep pushing forward and level the Huntress as I go. But yeah, the Huntress will be in the deck for this run, soaking up that XP. There's no doubt there. The only reason I'm going EV here for these first waves is it's the only weapon I have upgraded. I mean, if the Huntress was higher level, I could switch it over, of course. Actually, we can start the spam right now, can't we? Let's start it right about there. Wow, the range on these are so terrible. And we'll go that one to about right there. Let's go one or two more waves on the EV here, just to soak up some mana. Well, I mean, like I said, I just don't have it. I'm not asking for it to be easy. I'm just asking to be able to get to wave 15. You know, it's my first try, for God's sakes. My expectations are low. You know, going in with the expectation of just winning on your very first attempt is probably not overly realistic. Come the Gen. And there goes the Proton. Bye-bye, Proton. Oh, no. I got the Gen killed prior. Don't you be boosting up them baddies there, Jen. Alright. That's another nice chunk. More DSTs. Let's see. That one there. So I got two that way. Let's put another one this way. And then that will get me through one more wave. And then I can start thinking about some auras. I think just so that the walls survive the ogres, I'm going to go with Ensnare and Strength Drain. Now, you know, as you mentioned, gas traps would be the dream right now for Shuriken. So I'm just going to have to make sure I'm paying attention, you know, to the Shuriken. And I do, you know, I can only expect for a wall to get mashed here and there. It's like a Gen is stuck over on that lane. The real pressure test will be wave 10, I think. I mean, we'll have to see how it goes, right? Let's see here. So, let's go ahead and get rid of that now. And we'll get rid of that. Keep that bad boy a 4DU. So we're going to need some reflex here. And what does that leave me? That leaves me 17 left. So I got 5 per lane with 2 left over. Well, what do we want to do? I mean, I'm not going to be able to fit what I wanted to fit. I feel like an ensnare would be better than strength drain. Because an ensnare, I mean, it's... I think an ensnare is just going to help more. See, and what does that leave me? That leaves me 11. Actually, I could go 2 strength drains, huh? Let's just do it. And then that will give me 1 DU left over. I'll throw, I think I'll throw 1 reflect beam here in hopes that it buys me some sort of salvation versus Ogre Boogie Balls. Let's go like that. Alright, let's switch these pets back. And, oh, I got points, too. Let's get the points in. Got nothing there. Ooh, we got 10 points here. Just go into power. We got 20 there. Nice. Looks like that is it. Alright, now I got regrets here already on going in with an unupgraded weapon, but I think it is apprentice time to be a boosty boy for these DSTs here. Dump everything we have left there. Actually, we don't have much. And then I wanted to get my Huntress in my deck too. Now, where do I put the Huntress? I don't want my Monk to fall behind. Decisions. Let's put the Huntress here. Poor Squire always gets the short end of the stick. Yeah, see, my Huntress is only level 41, so not really usable right at the moment. But let's see how this works. Now, of course, I want to keep my overcharge going as often as possible, but I definitely want to have it available for ogres and then like when the Sharkin are making their push. The DSTs will prioritize the Sharkin, which is a good thing. I mean, it makes for a boring run, but it should be effective. And doing the little 360s up there in the spawn. Here he comes. Want DDA on PS4? Hell yeah. It'll be there at some point. Just gotta wait for it. I blew all of my overcharge mana already. Here comes the wall build-up. See, the problem with the DSTs is them being single target. The little guys, if there's a large group of little guys, they're just going to make it to the walls. And then, even though it's incidental damage, you get incidental damage from a bunch of different mobs. And then you could end up having problems. But looking like GG's for the moment. I really want to get everything dumped into that buff beam and DSTs, but my auras are still pretty damn weak, so I'm going to just upgrade them instead of spending the mana to repair them. What's going on there, Emperor Penguin? How you doing, man? Alright, here we go. 140,000 gold for that wave. Not too shabby for such an early wave, huh? It plays more like Dungeon Defenders 1, if that's what you're looking for. I mean, many people consider it a DD1 remake. It plays that similar to DD1. Now, it's not really. I mean, in my opinion, they should have just did a DD1 remake. Make DD1 look like DD2. That would have been a huge win right there. Is there any point in me even shooting at these guys? I mean, I'm just tickling them. Just a little tickle damage. I think it will go relatively smooth here up until wave 8 or wave 10. I think wave 8 I will start getting Dark Elf Warriors. And then wave 10 I'll start getting multiple Ogre spawns. I'm going to wait until that Ogre's in range. Actually, he's there. Oh wow, that Ogre got rolled. The power of the DST, y'all. Holy shitballs. I mean, that was the first Ogre at wave 5, you know. But still, that dude got straight smoked. I like it. Alright, I think this wave I'll just repair and have more mana to sink in. What's going on there, Gear Killer? How you doing, man? Where does shiny loot? Soon. There's a legendary. I like it. I like it. I should have a nice full inventory after this, so I'll be able to do a pretty healthy round of upgrades, no matter how far I make it. You know, even if I don't make it very far, I'll still have a bunch of loot, no doubt. Dyson Sphere program is so good, Emperor Penguin. I recorded a video last night on automating. Now, you want to do it in multiple tiers, but I did the entry-level automation of the Space Warpers last night. I recorded it. I still have to go through and edit it all up and make it watchable. But it's an incredibly good game. What's going on, DJ? How you doing? EV walls aren't better. No wall is better than another. What an EV does, though, is it gives you a lot of versatility. What's going on there, Icos? How you doing? EV walls are more versatile than any other walls, but, I mean, they're not better than anything. You know, so use the walls you want to use. Oh, wow, I didn't read that, Minders. I mean, that will be a huge deal, but I am completely addicted to the game. I mean, there have been late nights, I ain't gonna lie. The aggro is all the same, yeah. You would think spike blockades would have more aggro, but I don't think that mechanic is even in the game. I mean, I don't know. You know, obviously it would take knowing what the code says. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming, I think, Minders, to Dyson Sphere. Just the state that it's in so early, though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, then. I had 3 nights in a row last week, right after getting it, that I didn't end up going to bed until after 5 a.m. I'm like, God dang it, I did it again. Another 5 a.m. night, for God's sakes. But yeah, it's that good, you know. If you like Factorio, you're gonna like Dyson, period. But yeah, man, I'm to the point now where I get to start sucking up those resources, the rare node, the star systems that are further out, because it's automated now. I mean, it's entry level automation, but yeah, I love that. It's such a good game, though. I've got one planet in my home, my little home star system that I haven't used at all. I've been debating on paving that whole bad boy and starting that up as like my home base. And just port everything in with the logistics system, you know? Anyway, yeah, I can go on about that game for ages. So did everybody watch my news video this morning? That's exciting shit right there, y'all. Aiden, IHDC, the creator of the Dungeon Defenders Redux Total Conversion mod, has been hired by Chromatic in a design position. Which, I mean, I just can't see that leading to anything but good things. Five carries? I'll give you carries just for love there, Icos. I don't even need the shirt purchase, man. I'll hook you up. You've been around a long time. I would love to get some runs in with you at some point. The problem I got now is I'm at a little bit on my main account. I'm at kind of a standstill moment in DDA. I mean, I could get better stats than what I've got right now on my main account, but it would be a whole lot of grind for just a tiny, tiny minimal gain. And I kind of wanted to get my account squared back away in DD2, but I just feel like I need to do more AP resets. But AP resets get so boring. They're fun for a minute. And then once that minute passes, boy, you better have your Netflix game in order. Because if not, that is some boring ass stuff. That, and I have no real benefit. I mean, there's no reason for me to do it other than just vanity, you know. Well, I mean, any effect it has on Chromatic's design decisions would be a good thing right now, in my opinion. I feel like what the direction that Chromatic has taken DDA is suspect. I think that DD2 has been completely ignored for, what, a year plus? So, I mean, I think any change in the design direction would be a positive one. I mean, I hate to be that negative person, but let's be honest here. You know? How much am I dealing with the DSTs? I don't know. Let's see. Well, I'm getting the builder bonus right now, and that's at tier 4. It's doing 100k. That's, what, it's like 200, a little over 200 defense power? 266. Nope, no news yet there, Prot Hero. We're still waiting, man. Ooh, that's shiny as a mofo. I mean, my auto loot would have picked it up anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to let auto loot pick this stuff up. I'll look at wave 15 to see what kind of rock pet I got. I think the main thing is, will they let him do anything? Or will, you know, I mean, it's not like you get hired for a job and the company says, okay, here's the reins, take over, do some shit. It doesn't work that way, you know? So I think the question will be, how much will they allow him to do, and how many of his design decisions will they use? Because some of his design decisions will conflict the current designer's design decisions. So any of those situations, there's going to be, you know, there would be a conversation that had to be had. So, I mean, you got to remember he's entry level, so I mean, he needs to learn how to use the dev kit and everything. He needs to learn, I mean, he knows a lot about Unreal 3 now, but I just can't see anything negative coming out of it. Omni hasn't played anything in a while, I don't think. He swung by my Dyson stream a few different times last week, but I haven't heard much from him at all. The last I heard from him, he had a lot of stuff going on IRL that he needed to attend to. And I mean, we all know how that goes. That's what I had this morning. That's why I'm late. We put a bid in on a house. Everybody knows we've been trying to move for a long, long time. Well, we put an offer in on a house, and we got outbid. Quite a bummer. The housing market in the U.S. it's just kind of a mess right now. You know, somebody offers to sell you their house for whatever amount of money, and you don't say, okay, I'll buy the house for that amount of money. Instead, you have to go into a bidding war with a bunch of other people trying to buy the house, and it runs the price of the house up. It's just a train wreck. It's so damn irritating, because like we offered, our realtor said, hey, this is a really, really popular area. You're going to want to offer him the list price and don't undercut it at all. So we offered him the price he was asking, and we lost it. Somebody ended up upping the bid like $30,000. I mean, that's a lot of money, you know? But yeah, somebody ended up going 30K over the listing price. Augur! What's going on, Augur? Redline as well? For some reason, I think that's automated. Are you guys here? Is Augur and Redline actually here? I'm not sure. If you guys are, thank you very much. For some reason, though, oh man, look at that build up of those walls. Holy crap. That's the downside of not having any AoE at the wall right there. Plus, my strength drain arrows are just burning away. I might want to change that strength drain out for a lightning strike or a electric aura. because I'm doing pretty good against the ogres, but these little guys need to get cleared. I mean, they all get one shot by the DSTs. But it's a lot of mobs for a single target defense to handle, you know? Yeah, anyway, it was quite a bummer. But, you know, it's part of life, I guess. But we found a house that, you know, I've got a mother-in-law. There is a mother-in-law factor in this home purchase. But we bought a house that both her mother-in-law and my wife are happy with, and it's got all of the requirements that I was hoping for. I just want to have my own area again to make a little studio to record and live stream from, you know. The whole plan for my living room thing it's wearing thin. Like this morning, to do that news video, I had to ask the wife to mute the TV and to shush while I recorded. I mean, that's just not the way to do it, right? All right, let's get 2 electric arrows down here to burn through some of this trash. Build up. Now, of course, anything electric immune is electric immune. The DST will have to deal with those, but in Snare, you use a strength drain aura for stripping enemies' immunities. Like, if I had 10 more DU, the ideal thing to put here is a strength drain aura. But also remember that the base purpose of a strength drain aura is lowering the strength of the enemies, you know? So it's lowering the amount of damage an enemy does. Now, an ensnare aura not only slows the movement speed, it slows the attack speed. So having an ensnare aura and a strength drain aura at a wall means that the things hitting that wall are just hitting it for nothing. You know, it's just very, very little damage. They're not attacking very often, and they're not hitting it very hard, you know. But yeah, it's a beefy combo. Alright, what wave is this anyway? This is wave 9. And here come the Delphs. Looks like they're getting DST'd. Luckily, the Delphs get targeted by the DSTs as well. Since they're a nightmare enemy, the DST is going to prioritize the nightmare enemies. Man, that aura is just not doing dick, is it? Holy crap. I mean, it's burning them, I guess. But boy, is that a slow burn. Holy shit. Gonna need upgrades of that. My electric aura's got no pew-pew. The pew-pew is low. It's low indeed. $682 mobs now. Oof. I'll at least get a weapon out of this, and then I'll upgrade the weapon, and that will, you know, give this apprentice a little bit more effectiveness. The ogres are just getting melted, though. I mean, that's a good sign. So is my wall, sadly, but it got burned. There will be some wall repairs going on in this build. There's no doubt. No mobs left. I was going to bomb them. Yeah, flame bursts are super strong. The thing with flame bursts is every time I've played through the game, I've used flame bursts. If you look at every nightmare for the first time, insane aura for the first time, every single time, it's always been flame burst. So trying to mix it up. Flame bursts are super, super strong early game. They're super strong late game too. It's just a very, very good defense. Like the normal nightmare build here would be 4 DSTs and 2 flame bursts is what most people would do here. And then the extra 3 DU would go into gas traps, which would be huge. But I don't have a usable Huntress yet, so still leveling that girl up. But gas traps would eliminate all of this wall damage here from all of this fodder. Keep hitting F2 instead of 2. You know what? Do I want to just upgrade that? I think I'm just going to let it get really low and upgrade it. Oh, I got an achievement. Sandman. I don't know what that was. This electric guard did a lot better upgraded. See, that wall took no damage at all. Let's go ahead and hit this one. Well, what I would do, if all of your characters are evenly leveled, I would do that. I would go 4 DSTs and 2 flame bursts and have 1 flame burst pointed at each lane. That's going to free up 6 DU. And with that 6 DU, you can go a gas trap here and a gas trap here. And that would be a super, super build. No doubt. I think after I get of some basic sets of gear, I'm going to switch over to rift mode. You know, you'll have that grind time in between Nightmare and Massacre where there's nothing to do but grind, right? I think I will take that time and get a set of Rift DSTs and maybe like Rift Ensnares or Rift Gas Traps set up, and then just start Massacre on Rift mode. Not positive, but I think that's what I'm going to do. But, I mean, just from running this map, assuming I can clear to wave 15, which wave 10 here has been nothing. Wave 10s are not what they used to be. The buff beam changed all that. It used to be wave 10 was like, oh my god, it's wave 10, here comes all the swarms. But buff beams made it so that's not really so much of an issue anymore. Let's see. Let's get... just gonna go ahead and repair them, or upgrade them. Come to me, Mana. Mana still needs another run speed boost, I think. The Mana runs slow. Get some boom booms going with our lack of a weapon. Oh, everything was dead. Boo. You remember originally we would spawn camp this map with traps was kind of the thing to do. And once again, that's another option if you have a Traptress. And then just go explosive, a gas trap, and a Inferno right at each spawn. Like right at the spawn doors. And depending on how the mana works out, throw down some buff beams and throw down, you know, whatever else to fill in. But letting my Huntress fall behind, this should get quite a few levels for my Huntress. I mean, I don't think she'll be all the way to level 70 by the end, but she'll at least be, like, well into the 50s. Ooh, man. Wall getting chewed up. I almost feel like that reflect beam could go farther over to the right here. Seems like there's more archers stopping and firing at the wall on the right lane than the left. And then, like, a buff beam on this Aura stack would be substantial, too, to burn all of these little guys down quicker. All of this damage is coming from these little goblins. You know, they're not hitting very hard, but there's so many of them making it to the wall, you know? Or maybe I'll just change it and throw in flame bursts. I mean, I don't really have an idea of what to do with the extra DU. But flame burst would certainly help with these packs. They're going to hit way, way harder than that electric aura is. Get that one all the way up. We can kind of ignore that one. Legendary loot for days, y'all, for days. What is my Huntress at now? Oh, my Huntress is at 52 already, so that's 11 levels. Wasn't it 40? Wasn't she 41? I don't remember what level she was. It was either 41 or 46, I think. But she's picking the levels up quick. You know, if the packs get any worse, I'm just gonna have to go with flame bursts. I mean, what do I do with the leftover 6 DU? Because I'd have 6 extra DU. 3 per lane. My phone's bleeping at me like crazy. Nothing. Well, I mean, if you're doing Nightmare in Massacre Summit, this is Nightmare mode, Amita. I just completed Insane on this account. I don't have gemstones. This is a new player perspective. This is not a established player doing it for the first time. Nah, this is a different account. Quick. I got way more than 30 billion on my main account, though. More like 300 billion. And that's low comparatively to what a lot of the grinder people have. The level does matter, but it's got lower importance than a damaging defense. The level is going to affect it. It's going to make them reset quicker, and it's going to make them last longer. It's going to give them more charges. So the level is definitely a thing, but it's not... It would be the lower end of priority as far as what you upgraded. How you doing there, Quicksilver? How's things in Greece today? I guess it's tonight. It's tonight in Greece, right? Actually, hell, it's early morning in Greece, isn't it? What the heck are you doing awake? Oof, man. Unarmored apprentice smacked in face. Let's not get all uppity on those Zerkers like that. Those Delphs. Yeah, and Nightmare, your Physical damage from a hero, you only do 5.4%. I think it's 5.4%. And then in Massacre, you do 41% elemental damage. So you get smacked hard from DPS heroes. But they still can get just absurd levels of power. You know? Build them right. Build them right and they mow it down. I think after this wave, I am going to switch to flames, though. There's just too many little guys making it here. The electric cars aren't burning them quick enough. Too many little guys. I could always... Well, I think I'm going to leave the electric auras, though. I'm not sure. I was thinking I could switch back to strength drain auras. Because the ogres are going to get a lot more uppity here real soon. Well, that's good, quick. It's bad everywhere, I think. It's really bad here. The wife wanted to go, well, we did go last night. We went out to have dinner after, because she got off work earlier. And, like, it's impossible to find a restaurant that's not McDonald's or whatever, you know? Yeah, it's just way too many little mobs. That, and they're chewing up my auras, too, is the other thing. The faster I kill them, they're just eating those auras alive. Needs more AoE clearing here. Did you play DD1 is my question. Most Dungeon Defenders 2 players that never played DD1 don't end up liking DDA. Not all, but most. If you played DD1 and you like the playstyle of DD1 more, you're going to like DDA more. But it also comes down to, in DD2, did you get your fill, you know? That game's been around a long time. So, I mean, if you got your fill, then yeah, move on. If you're having fun playing DD2, then keep playing DD2. You know? Well, what we got going on here? A little stuck pack of bads. Let's see, is there any chance my Huntress is level 70? Level 54. That was a reach. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? Definitely going to have to make some changes here. I'm not going to survive those packs. Or should I have to? I should be having ogre issues. Well, you weren't a DD1 player, Quick. That's what I mean. I mean, people that played DD2 because of DD1, in a lot of cases, you probably don't like DD2. Not everybody. Like, I was a big DD1 player, and I love DD2. So, you know, that's not everybody, but most people, the game is wildly different. It's the same franchise following on the same story with an entirely different approach to the game. So, I mean, if you fell in love with the franchise because of DD1, you're going to like DDA. Oh, man, they barely reached the wall. They don't reach the wall. Alright, that was a mistake. I just wasted mana. I mean, I could stick them somewhere else, but then they're not going to have the buff beam. That's a bit of a bummer. The problem with putting them here... I'm going to have a lot of shots that miss and collide with other things. I just don't feel comfortable moving them up further. I just like this genre of game. I mean, it's not just Dungeon Defenders. Like, I love Orcs Must Die. It's one of my favorite games ever. I love just this genre of game. I just think it's super fun. Alright, now this is like the worst optimized build ever. Because these things are going to soak up snot balls like you would not believe. But then again, if the snot balls are going to come there, can I move these reflex up? I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I mean, that should clear the packs of goblins, no doubt. Yeah, that's kind of the meta build. QT, it's what everybody uses. Any defense that doesn't have an element already assigned to it, you can put an element on. Poison is just considered another element in DD2. But that would be the meta. Poison protons and reflect beams. Alright, let's see how this does. More importantly, oh wow, look at the loot. Well, I got some loot. I'm gonna have full inventory after this for sure. The wall's still taking mad damage. If my flame burst reached, this would be the ideal spot for him back here. But wave 15, come on, wave 15, that's all we need to do. Oh no, oh no! God dang it. Please don't be the end already. I was just begging for wave 15. And this would be the downside of Nightmare. I still think, of Hardcore, I still think it's worth the risk. Because that's what I always do, quick. I try to give people a new player perspective. Being a Dungeon Defenders content creator, you can't do anything right. If you make endgame builds and you play like you would normally play, then people say, oh, well, that's not realistic. You know, you've already put in 1,000 hours. So then you start over new accounts and they say, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. It's like, it's a no-win thing, you know, so I just do them both. So do the end game stuff, and some people like that. Do the early game stuff, and some people like that. Losing a lot of flame bursts into this ledge here. DD2 was an absolutely amazing game at one point. It's really a shame that they train wrecked it. It's still a great game, don't get me wrong, but DD2 was a much greater game than it is now at an earlier stage. And there goes that wall, which means this wall's not going to be there much longer, which means this is going to be the end of me. See what I get for changing my build around? I was doing just fine before. No, it's not because they're updating no more. They ruined the game long before that point, QT. They ruined it years ago. Onslaught ruined the game. Period. Leaderboards as the only form of endgame when it's not even really a leaderboard ruined the game. And people will say, but what do you mean, Juice? It is a leaderboard. No, a leaderboard is something you compete on. It's not race results. That is race results. No one can possibly get first place on the DD2 leaderboards right now because that race is over. You know, that's the problems with DD2. There's no end game. The end game is a mindless, dull, meh. Everything up until that point is awesome. But the problem with DD2 comes at the end, when you have nothing other to do than to press, you know, let's climb Onslaught. Let's re-roll floors over and over and over again because RNG decides the game's difficulty. That's not the end game I personally want to play. You know, I mean, I did it. I had fun. And I still play it. But it's just such a blah end game. And they love it. Chromatic loves the thought of Onslaught. So they don't grasp that. Take a look at the numbers. When did the player base go away? The player base went away when you started changing the game more and more and more away from being a loot-based game. You know? Well, I actually survived. Ooh, almost lost that walk too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone new that just starting DD2, it's a great game. Play it, have fun. Remember, that's the bitching perspective of someone with thousands and thousands of hours into the game. So, I mean, you're going to have an absolute blast until you get to that point, you know. Alright, I feel like this didn't do much for me. We're going to try a little different approach. Well, first thing we got to do is get our wall back, right? Come on, Mr. Sulzer, get on in there. Well, the thing that gets me is the Onslaught in the higher floors. You know, you guys know, a lot of people don't realize this. The pioneers of Onslaught climbing, like the Nictus told me once that he re-rolled floors at like floor 954 or something like that. He re-rolled the floor to get something that he thought was beatable for 8 hours. That's tragic. I mean, you got to be just fully motivated by completing that race and getting your name on the race card at that point, right? Alright. We missed a ton of shots there. We're going to go without buff beams. And then we're going to throw... I mean, this isn't going to help from this with the spiders that land from behind. Let's see. Let's do this as well. That seems like it's a little bit close. That might be in cleave range. And that leaves me 5. And with 5, I can throw one here to just kind of help with the Dark Elf Warriors and stuff that are coming up from behind. Alright, let's get the Huntress back. Come on, little Shadow Shot, get you some levels. Level 56, oh yeah. That's the shards, or just that's the monetization, you know. I actually kind of know on good faith that that's the majority of the revenue from DD2 comes from the shard shop. So, I mean, shards are they're a concept of a free-to-play monetization system, you know. Let's see how that does. I mean, the flame bursts up front are going to get way more action in. They're not going to hit as hard, but they're going to get way more action. These Dark Elf Warriors are just tanky, man. Oh, those flame bursts are still getting some shots in up that way. Dang, that wall got brutalized, huh? What's going on there, Vitor? How you doing? Same as any other 10 It's Head mod there, QT. You get 286 reroll tokens and you reroll it to 10 out of 10. It's guaranteed at 286 rerolls. That's how you get 10 out of 10 mods. Either that or buy it from another player if you're sitting on a bunch of gold. But that'll be like a 50 to 100 million gold purchase. The economy in DD2 is completely destroyed at the moment. Shoot, man. I really need to get this overcharge going back here. Repair speed so slow. I only need one more damn wave. Don't let me jinx it, y'all. Don't let me jinx it. Woo! The spooters are real, man. There is spooter activity like a mofo here. The question in survival, though, should always be, can you survive the ogres? Not, can you survive the meat grinder? You know, and my problem is actually the meat grinder, not the ogres. So I just need more... I need mo beta AoE damage, you know? What's going on there, Stage 1? How you doing? Got your first hero at a level 90? Nice. Congrats. Yeah, see, all that's in the new era of the game, QT. The old era of the game was long before shards or mods ever existed. That's when the game had the most players. The big monetization update that they added in, that's not what it was called, but that's the slag term for it. The Trials, the End Game update is what it was called. That update was the monetization update. You know, it added in shards and it took away special loot. What's going on, Pixia? How you doing? That was when the game started to turn right then. DD2 hasn't had an update in 2 years, Quicksilver. More than 2 years. I don't think those will be in DDA, no. If it wasn't in DD1, it's not going to be in DDA. As far as base mechanics like that. They're trying to create the DD1 gameplay. You know, the DD1 gameplay experience. Alright, there's 13. I survive this one, I get myself a Nightmare Giraffe. Well, I mean, the game was originally a grind for rare loot, Citro, just like DD1 and just like DDA. That was the end game. Getting to end game was you deciding, do you want to have the highest possible power level in the game. So you grinded out special rare loot. DD2 was like that as well. All of these shards and mods, not all of them, but a lot of them came from passives that used to be on gear. And the grind was to find a high quality piece of gear that had the right passives and had a high roll on the passive to take it one step further. And that was when the game was in its days with the largest player base it ever had. That was the good times. You know, you were grinding for loot. You weren't grinding for a number on a screen to compete in a leaderboard that's not even a leaderboard. Alright, we're full up there now. So we can start working on these, get a little bit more damage out of them. You guys got to realize I got a lot of hours in DD2, so don't think that it's not a good game. It's well worth playing. So if you just show it up here and you're hearing me on one of my little rants and taking it out of context, like people really, really love to do, play DD2. It's super fun. It's a great game. However, if you really, really enjoy DD1, you're probably going to like DDA more. You could probably... I ended up skipping prom, stage 1. They changed the leveling, or they changed the amount of XP you get in survival. So I ended up hitting level 70 in insane survival with only clearing ancient mines one time. Now I had several failed attempts, but I ended up getting to level 70 with only having one full clear of ancient mines on survival. No, that's not the case at all, Citro. It was all about passives before. The difference between a 10% frosty passive and a 50% frosty passive was enormous. And you could have 1,000 hours. Shit. God dang it. It's over. On wave 14 of all times. Oh, come on. I got too cocky. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it wasn't even remotely like that. But then again, that's your experience. If you wanted to play the game and you didn't care about the end game levels of power or really achieving those levels of power, then you would be done with it in a few days. The same thing could be said about DD1 or DDA for a brand new player today. The game was all about the passives. It wasn't your power level. It was about the quality of the passives you had. That was 100% what the game was about. 30 waves? Hell, I got to 200 before, Dizzy. It took like 36 hours. Oh, come on. It's 900 mobs. There's no more ogres. That flame burst is just about dead, though. Oh, it's over. God damn it, man. What a big facepalm. But the good news is now I'll be able to start on wave 13 and build the whole map and skip all of that grind at the beginning. Well, it was the same. It's where the shards and the mods came from, but it wasn't the same because there was a quality level. The loot mattered. right now, loot does not matter in any way whatsoever in DD2. Your loot and your gear that you find is your handbag that holds your shards and your mods. It has no importance in the game whatsoever. The difference between a minimum roll piece and a maximum roll piece with the correct mods is so minimal. You know? So DD2 took the focus away from loot and put the focus on shards, mods, and grinding up that number. You know, seeing that number tick up. Oh, I'm no longer at 286, I'm at 287 now. With no change in your amount of power that you have, with no gain whatsoever, other than seeing that number tick up one. That's the current end game state of DD2 now. I mean, yeah, if you're motivated by that kind of shit, then that's great for you. But that's like 1% of the people that played the game overall are motivated by that, you know? Oh, this is such a train wreck just waiting to happen. Watch, there's going to be 10 mobs left. I wish I could see the core health. Uh-oh, no, it's over. Don't hit it, little gobos! Oh, they hitting it. Oh, god damn it. So close. Oh, I've been saying that for years, Citro. Every time I say it, I get hated on about it. I've been literally saying that same thing for years now. It's a great game with an absolute horrid end game that's designed for very few people. Now, some people love it, and that's good. They've got that game to play, you know? But, you know, there was a month where the player base averaged 500 players online on PC. That was a long time ago in a whole different game. Alright. Well, that was a big old facepalm right there. I'm not going to turn this entire stream into bitching about DD2, though, so moving right along. Alright, what do we got? 8 more points. I feel like I need them in range. We'll keep on the power there. Well, he's not leveled high enough to bother with. Let's go with range on the RS2. And we didn't get any levels on the Squire. Alright, let's try this again, but we're going to do a later start. 58. I mean, I just don't have a set of gear. You know, I don't want to put down gas traps that look like that. How embarrassing. They just little babies, DD. They just little babies. Let's see. Let's hop back in. But this time we're going to start on wave 13. Oh, it won't let us. Wave 12. We'll start on wave 12. Nah, the sets of armor don't matter. The difference between the various sets of armor are each armor type is guaranteed to have one stat. Like, for example, every minor piece you get is going to have power on it, no matter what. But on a builder, you're looking for more than just one stat. And every armor type can roll that stat. Now, let's see if I got a weapon for my apprentice, though. Oh, there's a bunch of choices. Ooh, look at that bad boy. That's snazzy. Looks bad, though. I don't like the look of that one. This is what we're talking about right here, but it doesn't have the same builder stats. That one's got all 4. I think this one, the shot type, looks super cool. And the staff looks cool. I don't know, I just like the look of that one. But let's go by stats. Let's do the right thing here. It looks like the ugliest one has got the best stats. Guess we'll go ugly. Boo to ugly. Holy shit balls, look at my inventory. Woo! Well, I mean, I feel like it would be a mistake not to look at that. Holy shit. Holy crap! Oh my god! That's wave 13 loot, y'all. Look at the power gauges. It's absurd. Jesus. Yes, please. That's some shiny shit right there, let me tell you. I like it. What do I need? I need a chested boots, right? Well, there's some nice booties. I don't want to settle. Let's see, that's fort power and range. Let's just take it. That's some shininess right there. Alright, let's clear out this mess. Let's see, how about Mr. Monk and his guard gear? Holy crap, man. It's like big boy stat gains here. Alright, all we got left is boots, right? Try to find something with all four. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Eh, there's that, but that's like wave 1 stuff there. Let me see, fort range and rate. Fort range and rate. Let's just go with them. What was that? That was guard. To get rid of the trash. Militia. This will be some big wall ups too. Oh, he's not level 70 yet. Alright, so can't do militia yet. Primitive. Good lord. And that piece I have on has got 11 upgrades into it. And look at the stat difference. It's so huge. How is that minus 15? Well, we're going with it. That's a winner. What am I missing? See, we got head, chest, boots I'm missing. See some nice 4-stat boots. Here we go. 10 less power, but so much more of everything else. I like it. Now, what does that put my range at here? Oh, wow. That's way better. Let me see something. Oh yeah, with a buff beam on them, these will now reach that area no problem at all. So now I can do a more conventional beginner build here. Did I get everybody though? I feel like I didn't do something. Let me get rid of the pristine stuff or the primitive stuff. And then I feel like I need to upgrade this weapon. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a waste, but I'm sitting on 41 mil now. just so I contribute, you know. There's 5 projectiles. How far can we go before it gets too costly? I'm not going to spend more than 10 mil. There we go. We'll go to there. Oh yeah. We gonna shred some fools now. Look out. Man, I feel like the ogre can walk through right here, but hopefully he won't. Hopefully he'll just say no. It's super fun, Emperor Penguin. I've done it a bunch of times now. It's, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's the most fun time of the game. Every single map you do, you feel the power gain. And it's like every time, you know, you spend an hour playing the game, you gain absurd amount of power, you know? How do we want this one? We can kind of make it hit both lanes. Or all 3 lanes, I should say. God, I'm so tempted to go with this gas traps anyway. Maybe if I went full on health and range on him. Alright, 25 left. Well, I need the Reflexa, and that's a given. Must have. To keep my sorry ass alive. That leaves me 13. Let's see, do I want to go with a Strength Drain instead this time? I mean, I feel like it's going to be a real struggle to keep it alive, but I think that is not necessarily a bad plan. What's going on there, Mason? How you doing, man? Let's see, 7 DU left. What to do with 7? Decisions. I mean, 2 gas traps would be like saving the day. But God, man, Lobby gas traps. Let's see what I can get him up to. Wow, stats are bad. I got some 85 points to play with. Let's go like that. What do they look like? Oh man, they look terrible, but I mean, it's something. It will keep those packs at bay for a second or two anyway. This would definitely be a very, very conventional build for grinding this map once you're geared out. And then we got 1 DU again. I mean, we can just dump that into another reflect right here. I'm going to put it over this side this time, though. Like that. Give this wall a little more protection. Oh, indeed. For those that don't know, Mason is one of the artists at Chromatic. Let's just go right here. If I remember correctly, I think Mason is an environmental artist. Maybe? But does everything? Or is that Jake? Let's see. I follow a bunch of environmental artists on Twitter. Some of the pictures they post just crack me up. It's like, oh my god, would you look at the detail of this real world brick wall? It just cracks me up every time. Yeah, you've done it all. No, I think everyone at Chromatic is a multitasker. Do all the things. I don't mind failing that one, but boy, I wish I would have been able to complete that wave. I mean, it was just one wave, but now I'm putting out some pain, too. And if I do get a pack built up at the wall, I can get down there and right-click on them. Well, I mean, he's an employee there, Citra. If he was working there as a full-time employee for free, I would say it would definitely be time for Mason to work on his negotiating skills. It is not a volunteer type job. Oh yeah, Ogre walked right by. I'm gonna have to spread this out a little bit more. But, I mean, considering this is my very first time starting... I mean, it's my second attempt on the map, for God's sakes, on this account. Nice, Mason. That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to see it. You know? It's not near as fun when only you get to look at it, Mason. I'm just saying, You know, you can slide me some of those graphics into my DMs on Twitter and nobody will know. It will never make it onto the YouTubes, I promise. Lies. Nothing but lies here today. Lalta, Nat, and Ice will never know. Or Rusty. Rusty would probably have a fit. You want the Lavamancer in DDA? Come on, DD. If you're gonna request a hero, at least pick a good one. Give us the Dryad, damn it. We want Dryad. I think Dryad would be a huge addition. It would certainly bring lots of love from DD2 fans. Oh, volcanoes are cool as hell. But the Dryad's fancy. Ain't nothing fancy about the Lavamancer there, DD. The Lavamancer's just some grumpy rock dude that enrages periodically. Well, I mean, a brand new character for sure, Citro, no doubt. That would be what I personally would say as well. But of the DD2 characters, I think, for me personally, it would be the Dryad and the Gunwitch. But on the same note, I would want the Gunwitch to have defenses. I don't like DPS-only heroes. It's a tower defense game first. But a new hero would be cool as hell. Oh crap, you know what? I upgraded the range. I upgraded this staff wrong. It just hit me. Looking at the numbers fly off. I should have upgraded it for... Well, I'm going to replace it anyway. It doesn't even matter. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, I feel like the ups all need to go into that DST Flameburst action. And these flame bursts will get a nice bit of increased range. In fact, let me hit those flame bursts a few times. Actually, you know what? Let's take them. I can't get them both all the way. Let's do that. I'm going to save 300 in case I need to do an emergency wall upgrade here. Did I get any accessories that run? No. That's the thing, really, is, you know, like, everybody, including myself, wants new heroes. But what's better, doing the same thing with new heroes, or doing new things with the existing heroes? You know, which would you pick is better? In fact, that makes for a damn fine poll, because there's going to be a lot of opinions on that one. I mean, ideally, in a perfect world, we would get new heroes and new content. But, you know, I mean, there's only so many hours in a day. And these guys do have to create it. It's not like, bink, it's there. They just have to hit the button, you know? I mean, I personally would rather have new maps with the same heroes as well. But I do really want new heroes. I think new heroes is just always fun. But it comes down to you're doing the same. It's already a grind game, and you're doing the same thing with new heroes. So it just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, I prefer the content. The Mana Machine I wanted for DD2 so bad. I played the Mana Machine in the MOBA. Back in pre-alpha and absolutely fell in love with it. Shit. Oh wow, that gen made it all the way up there. I need to quit going out there pretending like I can even stand next to one of those delphs without them smacking me down. I mean, I just gotta quit pretending here. Yeah, this flame burst is not doing anything. It should have enough range. I'm gonna have to get an upgrade on that strength drain. I loved playing the Jester. The problem is the randomness of the presence. The Party Popper was fun, though. I need a Builder Jester in Redux. I need to go level one up. Actually, I probably have one. I just need to get a set of gear on him. You didn't like it, huh? The Party Popper is cool as hell. Well, I mean, the randomness is fun, but there comes a time where when fun doesn't meet the level of effectiveness that you need, you know? Here's Omni. What's going on, man? How's life in Omniville? See that, Dizzy? Scottish Town's getting renamed here. It is now Omniville. Well, I mean, fun is the most important thing, but at some point you're going to get the craving to actually want to win a map there, DD. So, I mean, it's all good having fun, but, like, at some point, you're just going to want to win, you know? The meanness comes out. Oh, Volcano's got a massive cool factor. I mean, I don't even know how many volcano-only videos I did on the channel. Cold and snowing. Well, I mean, it is the winter, man. Get all bundled up. Get all bundled up. Light the neighbor on fire. That'll keep you warm. I'm doing good, man. I've been really digging a bunch of games I've been playing. I really have got the craving right now to get my account squared back away for DD2. But I've just got so much grind to do, and it's almost pointless. No, it is not Dundee. It is Omniville. It's snowing in Omniville. Our repair spam sucks. Nah, all luck is reserved for other players. You already knew that, Omni. All my luck belongs to you all. Doesn't matter what account I'm on. I guess that's not true. My wife's account is pretty damn lucky. She gets good stuff, man. Yeah, I finally got the mask. It took 16,000 runs, Dizzy. 16,000 runs. So yeah, I mean, I got it, but good lord, at what point does it just, the game just give it to you and say, here, man, you deserve it. Sleep better tonight. No, I don't have a DPS hero, Gear Killer. Like I said, this is the perspective of a brand new account. So, I'm playing on my... Right now, my main builder is the Apprentice. So I look at the map, decide what hero built the most damaging defenses on the map, and that's the hero I'm going to play actively to get the builder bonus. Now, if it was a boss fight, I would probably have regrets about that, but it's not. Oh, well, I've got many nice dice pads, Dizzy, but I don't have the dice pad is the thing. Ooh, there's is that bracers up in there? Of course it doesn't want to let me target it. Dragon scale bracers, power and range, yes please. We will equip that immediately. Look at me. Moving up the ranks like a badass over here. Alright, now what do we need to do? Did we hit those already? Yep, they're both upped. Let's go right into all this. Alright, our overclock is maxed. Get that flame burst maxed as well to get the max range on it. And then all into the DST. Alright, wave 14, here we go. Come on, wave 14, give me a W. I might have to check my loot. God, why didn't I not check weapons on my other builders? That was kind of a big old derp. WandaVision isn't bad. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, best show ever, but I've been watching it. The wife's enjoyed it too. But, I mean, both of us, to be completely fair, although we have watched it together, while I was watching it, I was playing Dyson Sphere at the same time. And while my wife was watching it, she was playing that zoo game. Zoo 2 Animal something or whatever it is. So we were both playing games while we were watching it. So, I mean, it's worth watching, but it's not something that's going to be like, oh my god, best show ever. You know, it's not that type of show. Go away. Go away, you dirty delfs. She really likes puzzle games and turn-based games. She actually held the world record in Bejeweled 2 at one point. And didn't care. Like, I wanted to record it and upload it to YouTube, and she's like, for what? It's like, you just beat a world record. Do you not grasp the importance of that? There needs to be tracking. There needs to be documentation. But she's like, I don't give a shit about all that. It took her 8 months. 8 months of playing the game every night to do it. And some days she played the game for a long time. Lots of hours. But, I mean, she's the perfect gamer. She plays games 100% for fun, for no other reason whatsoever. The second a game isn't fun to her anymore, she doesn't even think about it. It just uninstall. Like, there's zero cares about anything else if she's not having fun. And really, I mean, that's the best way to approach any game, I think, to be honest. Yeah, it definitely starts slow. Hell, man, I watched the first, way back in the day, this is like season 3 of Game of Thrones. I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones and said, nah, it's alright, but man, this is way too slow, it's not for me. And then, like, when season 4 came around, I went back to watching the rest of season 1. And then the second old you-know-who gets his head lopped off at the end of season 1, I was instantly hooked. Trolling fan sites and everything else, the whole enchilada. The overclock beam scales with everything, Gear Killer. Fortitude is going to give you more protection. It does cap out. It's 3906 is the stat cap for the Fortitude, or the Fortify stat on overclock. But power, you know, passes more power along. Range passes more range along. Rate passes more rate along, etc., etc. So ideally you want all 4 stats, but you want to focus power. Oh, The Mandalorian was pretty awesome, I thought. This season couldn't have ended better. Omni prefers a fair amount of tentacles in his anime Quicksilver. You know this already. I would personally, I would prioritize power and rate, but power and anything else is fine. Gear Killer, as long as power is your main focus, you're fine. The 3906 is an end game stat. Like when you're in Massacre Gear, you would want to get your EV to 3906, and then that's where the protection would cap out on a fully upgraded buff beam. Wow, that was worlds difference just doing that one time and getting the fail in. The thing with rate and range on the overclock is they both have really poor scaling. So you just don't get much for any addition you make to it. And there we go. We got us a nightmare quality rock pet, y'all. Please have all 4 builder stats. Please have all 4 builder stats. That gas trap made a big difference too. Well, I mean, buff beams are about the power, so every defense power is going to be king. Alright, where are you at, Rock? Oh, there it is. Oh, 3 of the 4, but Jesus, good lord, look at the stat gains. See, this is why you do it, y'all. This is why you do it. It just is. I mean, people say, oh, aren't you sick of Ancient Mines? Yeah, but this is why you do it. Alright, where's he going? Fort power and range. Could go on anybody. I think I'm going to put him on Aras, though. Man, that's just big boy gains on my Aras. I lose 20 rate, and look at what I gain. Holy shitballs. Yeah. What's that put him at? Oh, he's big time! Oh, crap. Look at him go now. I like it. I like it. Now, rinse and repeat. Get 3 more rock pets. That's what I need to do later today. I probably won't. I'll just save it for stream, but... because we all know what I'm going to do later today. I'm going to start building my Dyson Sphere because I'm addicted to that game. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, I better check my inventory too. It's starting to fill. Let's see how far we can make it. It's just such a good game, Dizzy, and I'm close to the end. And you know what's cool is you can make a Dyson Sphere as your pattern. So why on earth would I not make a Dyson Sphere around the sun that's like says juice, or is the shape of orange or a coffee cup? I mean, why on earth would I not do that? Well, just trying to mix it up a little, Omni. Dyson is a lot more fun to play than it is to watch. I tell you, Omni, the second they put in dedicated servers for Satisfactory, oh no. I'm going to get a dedicated Satisfactory server running. You would definitely be invited if you want to join in on that. I'm going to try to get about 10 people. Well, I don't know what the multiplayer caps out at. How many people can be online at a time. That may change when they do have the dedicated servers. Mods have already started, I think, Dizzy. I always play through the base game first, though. In any game that has mods. I always experience it in its original format first, before I play with mods. But yeah, I think there's already mods. I just gotta learn how the whole Dyson Sphere works, and do my best to art it up a bit. Oh man, not at all. That's the benefit of a public server with like 10 players or whatever. I mean, it won't be public, it'll be invite only. But the benefit with 10 players is there is always an Averon, or there is always a Ren where they want to be there to do the building. And that leaves people like you or I to go do whatever the hell you want. Oof, strength drain getting chewed on. Let's just give it another up. You'd think 7 days would be about due for another update soon. I mean, we know the game's never going to launch, but, you know, give us Alpha 20 for God's sakes. We've been waiting all these years. I'm not sold on Alpha 19. R6, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. And Christopher. Oh, my notifications are way delayed. It says Christopher subscribed 3 hours ago. Oh, R6 too, 4 hours. There's something funny with my notifications. I don't even know if you guys are here, but if you are here, thank you so much. Alright, my flame burst is not getting up into this lane, is what's going on here. It's got a bad angle, or the mobs just aren't making it far enough to put them in line of sight, is what's happening, I think. Or, yeah, they gotta be right on the wall before the fireballs can hit them. It's all based off of the YouTube API, so my guess would be YouTube's doing something wonky with their API again. Mondays and Tuesdays, you know, are all internet maintenance days for most of the major companies, so who knows what could be going on with it. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow as well. I stream every day but Wednesday and Thursday. I didn't stream yesterday but because of the Super Bowl, and I was drinking rum and hoodlum. I had me a little rum yesterday, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't drink much, but I did have me a little rum. Get wrecked, you dirty bastards. And there is the power of the apprentice, too, low tier like this. Not only a beast buffer, but oh yeah, the right click with overcharge is just good stuff. I tried on New Year's Eve. The problem is, alright, quick, take it easy, man. Have a great night. Or rest of your morning, I should say. The problem with streaming and drinking at the same time is I enjoy playing these games. I'm not just doing it to do it. You know, I have fun playing the games, and you end up, like New Year's Eve I streamed with a full bottle of rum next to me. And you start playing the game and you forget about the drink. You know? There's not really a best to level first, and you don't level one at a time as well. QT, you level 4 heroes at the same time. So the question is, who do you leave out? Not who do you do first. There's 5 heroes, so somebody gets left behind. Like for me, my Huntress has been left behind the whole time. Speaking of, yeah, she's in the deck now. 68, 2 more levels. And she's in Legendary Gear too. But yeah, the question is, who do you leave behind? Every hero in your deck earns XP though. You know what? How many? Oh, I got plenty of room left. We not out of space yet, y'all. Alright, we're actually maxed back there now. Let's just get it. Where are we at anyway? Wave 16. Oh yeah, making it happen. You picked the Apprentice twice, Disney. You can't pick the Apprentice twice. I know you like him, but... Oh, there's nothing wrong with a hybrid EV. I just got to a point where I wanted stronger walls, and a hybrid EV is never going to have walls as strong as another character that is dedicated to it, you know? So that's why I went back and forth with my Huntress and my Squire. Now, my Squire ended up getting to level 70 first. Actually, the Squire just got to level 70 on stream here. So the Squire got there, and I ended up leaving the EV behind, but it was not long. Or, not the EV, the Huntress. But it was not long that I left the Huntress behind. I know why you put Apprentice twice, because that's your favorite. That's exactly why you put it twice. I know how you work, DD. I know. Man, the ogres are just getting shredded, though. It's entirely in a battle to keep my R's alive and to burn the little packs. Let's not get wrecked. That would be a good idea. Man, wouldn't that be the dream if I can actually make it to 25? Woo! That would be snazzy. More of a monk fan? That's fair. I mean, it was... You know I love the monk. It was hard for me not to be on the monk right now, but I want that builder bonus. I just feel like early stats like this, the builder bonus plus the overcharge boost, is greater than the monk tower boost. As far as DPS goes. I mean, that would be something very, very easy to compare just in the tavern, you know? That and overcharge is not doing a ton because I've got such low stats, you know? And of course, since this is a main builder, I focus mainly on the builder stuff. Jeez, man, these things are just getting chomped on. And there's no mana there. Yeah, there was a little trickle. R is getting tore up. It's because they're sitting there in that gas trap for so long. The whole time it's just burning away, you know? It's like 2 to 3 full R repairs per wave. Now I'll be able to get them up to maxed out. That will help a little bit. Alright, Citro, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon. I don't have any fusion defenses, Dizzy. This is normal. This will be my first clear. After I get this map cleared, and then clear prom, there's going to be a big variance in level. Because I'm going to have to grind to get up to level 83. And then I'll switch over to Rift mode then and start putting sets together. Well, I mean, the farther back I move them, the less that it will burn, but it's also the less amount of coverage I'll have. I want those range mobs that are getting stuck right there to be in the string drain, you know? If not, they'll just be melting my walls. That, and I can always give them the big bada boom like that, and then it's a non-issue anyway. But yeah, my goal here, I'm trying to win, but that's not my end goal. My goal is just to make it as far as I can and get a bunch of loot. You saw the huge increases I got in power just from that one wave 14 fail. What's going on there, Scribbly? How you doing? Yeah, man, there's just fat loots on the ground. Woo! This will hit this. I'll save the 400 for an emergency repair or emergency upgrade. Ooh, there's a mask. I see you, mask. Let's see. That's got to go on somebody right now. Fort power and rate. I mean, it's a huge upgrade for anybody, right? But I've got characters without a mask at all. Or do I? I mean, I guess the Huntress can have that one. Yeah, but I'm going to jump right into Fusion. I'm going to jump right into Rift mode, though. B2R, I'm not going to play regular Massacre. There's no point in playing regular Massacre if you're capable of doing Rift mode. I mean, it's a game mode that you don't even ever need to experience. You know, you never need to play it at all. That's where they went wrong with Rift mode, is they made non-Rift mode so it's just an unnecessary game mode once you're capable of doing Rift mode. Come on, Delphs, get up off me. Get up off me. Well, I mean, are you having fun is the thing. If you're having fun, then you're doing it right. There's no wrong way to do it. I'm trying to take a most optimized path is what I'm doing. Not taking the most optimized path is not the wrong way to do it. If you're winning and you're having fun, then you're doing it right. Period. If you're losing and you're having a miserable time, then yeah, you're probably doing it wrong. But, you know, it's a game for God's sakes, and it's a grind game, so you gotta enjoy every second of it. The second you stop enjoying it, and it's just straight grind for you, is when it's time to play another game. You know? Fun has got to come first. Oh, I wouldn't start Rift mode without being able to clear survival maps. Or do you mean in Massacre? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go through it on Rift mode. That's just what I'm going to do. That doesn't mean that that's what you should do, or that it's the right way to play the game. Like I said, we all choose our own experience, you know? The right way to play it is whatever is maximizing the fun factor for you. I don't mind a little bit of a struggle, you know? But I did find that being decked out in non-Rift gear to get Rift mode started when it came out, I personally found the fastest route, and I'm talking fastest, the fastest route overall was to go back to Nightmare to complete a couple of those set pieces before I moved on. Because the difference between having fusion armor and non-fusion armor in Rift mode is substantial. I mean, there's plenty of maps in Rift mode that if you're in full survival gear already from non-Rift mode that you'll beat without a problem. Quite a few maps. But you're going to have a hard time putting a whole set together quickly doing that. So like I was doing the hardest Rift mode maps by the end of the first day Rift mode was out. And what I did is I instantly, the second I saw the type of gear I was getting in Rift mode, I instantly went back to Nightmare and filled in a set for DSTs in Nightmare mode. And by the end of the first day, I was, you know, I didn't clear every map, but I was capable of clearing every map. I cleared the harder maps. Summit I didn't clear on the first day. But I did clear Glitterhelm on the first day. And Glitterhelm drops better loot than Summit, as far as quality goes. But Rift mode is all about the map. You know, the quality of the gear isn't necessarily lower. It's the chances to get the higher quality gear. Well, the quality level of gear is lower. Because the highest quality gear in the game drops in Glitterhelm. So, theoretically, on non-Rift mode, every piece of gear you have should come from Glitterhelm. It'll be the best possible things available. But when you're doing a map that takes, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do, and you've got one chance at getting one item, your chances of getting an item with the right stats or decent rolls on it are very, very slim versus just picking up loot that's spammed on the ground throughout the whole map. So yeah, I went back to Nightmare mode to fill in, it was either one or two pieces on my Apprentice, and I was spamming those maps out in like 4 or 5 minutes, so I got the pieces quicker, and then was able to move back into Rift mode, and it was just an entirely different experience. Getting your first fusion set in Rift mode is a big, big, big change. Oh, I mean, if you're in Wave 19 Massacre Ancient Mines gear, you're going to steamroll the entire campaign. It's going to be a complete joke. I mean, that's the smartest way to do it, really. You get Ancient Mines unlocked, get the gear, maybe move up to one of the higher survival maps and get the gear, and then go back and do the tougher maps in campaign, and you're going to completely steamroll them. I mean, like, zero challenge whatsoever. You'll just smoke them. Just gonna happen. I mean, I debated on not even uploading that Insane Summit video. You know, you have to do Insane Summit to unlock Nightmare mode. I almost didn't even upload the video, but people said they wanted to see it because the difficulty is just non-existent at that stage because you're already geared from survival gear. So, I mean, low-end survival gear is just can be greater than high-end campaign gear. Like, substantially greater. Magic missile towers look awesome in this game. It's the same tower, though. It's single target physical damage. It's mainly used for memes in DDA, sadly. I think the same could be said about DD1. That pack over on this lane is just going to build up every time. Now, if I would have moved that wall back much further, I would have gave slightly greater risk to my core, but it would have allowed mobs to make this turn a little bit better. But the right click is pure devastation. Well, it's not too big, though. For a grinder in a Dungeon Defenders game, well, meaning Dungeon Defenders 1 or Dungeon Defenders Awakened, for someone who's going to dump serious hours into the game, their goal is to obtaining a level of power that allows them to farm the maps either super, super quickly or completely AFK. That's the goal, you know? Well, everything is converted. It's a straight conversion. It doesn't scale with the element damage. It scales with the physical damage. It actually has really poor scaling. It's better than the mana bomb scaling. But if you've got a fusion weapon, the physical damage is converted to fusion damage, so it would all be 1-to-1. It would get the bonus of being double damage. Oh, the size of magic missiles. You mean the projectile themselves or the tower? Oh, you mean like the top of the tower? I don't know. I think the Apprentice Towers look cool in DDA. I think they did good with all of them, really. I do agree, though. I think the Magic Missile looks the most blah of all the Apprentice Towers, but I do think they all look good, though. I just think like the LT, the DST, the Flame Burst, I think those look really, really nice. I think they did a great job with those. I mean, they could have, like in DD1, they could have made it look much more similar to a Flame Burst and just make it white or a different color. It's time for another Splody Party. Get wrecked, bads. Get wrecked. Oh, not me. The bads. I got too uppity. See, there you go, y'all. Proof. Getting uppity never pays. Life lessons with juice bags. Here on a Monday evening. Oh, man. Everything challenging, I think, is dead already, so it's just going to be a matter of waiting out these packs over here. I got to wait for the gas trap to go down and let those mobs push up, and then the Flame Burst will nail them. What's going on there, Arthur? Welcome back. Wave 18, though. Going well, going well. Oh, no doubt. Strength Drain auras are a beast. I think that's why they've gotten a little mini nerf in DDA compared to DD1. I'm going to end up losing my auras over here. I think those mobs will die before. They're dying just one at a time, though. There we go. I don't know how much mana I was sitting on. I don't think it was a ton. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I ain't got enough mana to upgrade my stuff the rest of the way. That is for certain. I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, this is only my second ever attempt in this difficulty tier, so... I mean, I don't want to set an unrealistic expectation for myself here, but I am hoping. Playing solo, I would say it's debatable, depending it's a playstyle choice. Playing in a team, you would want the prop cat to buff your homies. Like, the perfect team composition would be a monk with a genie that could keep its buff up 100% of the time. Actually, I do have enough. And then a huntress with a prop cat, and the prop cat would buff the monk as well. But the 100% uptime on a genie gives you some big time survivability if you're playing solo. So if you like to run around the map, having that 100% uptime is kind of a big deal. So it's definitely a playstyle choice. I personally use a prop cat, but I also don't run around all over the map. I want the damage. You know, I mean, I move around the map, but I'm not like constantly running around the map. So, I mean, really, no wrong answer there. Use whichever you want to use. That's the thing with a prop cat, is even a bad prop cat is still really good. You know? Boy, I don't want to go and jinx myself, but that would be pretty damn glorious getting a nightmare quality giraffe this early. To have, yes, but to use, it's a playstyle choice. Range on pets is all really, really short. The ranged pets suck. So you would have to use one of the melee pets. Are you going to be in melee range for that pet to work? Shit. Owned. God dang it. The Ramster is the same reskin there too. And the Dragon can be powerful if you get a really good one, but it requires getting a really good one. Shit, man. Am I going to survive these 1,200 mobs? I'm not certain I'm going to survive this pack. I think I jinxed it just by even thinking about that damn nightmare quality giraffe. Before I even said the words, it was jinxed. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, most of the tougher mobs are gone. There's going to be another group of Dark Elf Warriors, I think. But the ogres are done, so there won't be any more ogres. I don't think the Jester's going to make it. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I love the Jester. I think if the Jester does make it to DDA, I think it will be transformed in such a way from DD1 that people won't like it. I don't think they'll use the wheel in DDA. I think it was too powerful, too OP in DD1. I don't think they're going to want to put it in. But then again, they gave us buff beams. So who knows? That strength drain definitely won't survive. This one either. I mean, there should be enough mana land to replace all that if I survive it. But yeah, no way these Zars are going to make it. Oh shit, if they would have took one step further, I think they'd be in the sweet spot for the Flame Burst. That's the thing, they'll change, if they add the wheel back in, they'll change it in a way where it's not similar enough to DD1's wheel, where people will like it. Yeah, Aura's popping off. I hope so too, Arthur. I've got some speculation ideas where I really think that big mob in the sky at the end of Summit, that is there for a reason. I'm kind of thinking Old One. I mean, I think that's going to be the big boss at the end. I think that creature up in the sky is kind of an Easter egg / tease for us of what's to come. That's what I personally think. I mean, maybe I'm thinking too big. But I think that's what's going to happen. The ensnares will make it. It looks like I'm going to survive it. Now I got decisions. Do I put the strength drain back, or do I go with electric auras? I've got 2 damage types, fire and physical. So I don't have to worry about any fire immune enemies. And I'm wondering if an electric aura with those increased stats I got would be better than that strength drain. Because my walls are not exactly taking a ton of damage. Oh, this ensnare's gonna go, I think. Gas trap too strong. I need to move that gas trap back too. Since I'm gonna be rebuilding and moving things here now, I need to bring this gas trap way back. It's out there way too far forward. Oh, it's all good, Arthur. Your English is better than mine. I constantly get told by my mom. Sometimes she questions if I'm even speaking the same language. 40 mobs left. The thing is with an electric aura out here, the mobs that do get stunned up at all the way out at the range here, I think the electric aura would hit them. You know what's coming, Mason. Mason's probably already made the damn thing. He's pretending. He's pretending like he don't know. Oh, I'm not denying it. I create way too many of my own words for my English to ever be taken seriously. That's just fact. Oh my god, my Huntress is level 71. I could put big boy gear on right now. Do I want to do that? I feel like I want to just do that right now. Okay, my Huntress is in ancient gear. Oh my god. Holy shitballs, y'all. Look at me go. That's mythical gear right there. Oh, damn. Obviously, I'm way away from being able to equip that. Jesus, look at that upgrade. Woof. Now my gas traps are going to be too big. Good lord, man. Stat gains for days. Now I need a chest, right? Looks like a suitable candidate. Well, let's grab a weapon while we're at it. Try to find one with all 4 builder stats if possible. Well, there's a snazzy one. But bam. Oh shit, we got us a huntress, y'all. Now I feel like I almost feel like I should do something a little differently. First off, this gas trap needs to come way, way back. Let's put it to there. Looks like I did lose the ensnare over here, huh? Let's go back with the ensnare. And let's go with an electric aura over here. I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Go with an electric aura. I'm going to put it way out here too. That way the enemies that are hit by that ensnare out there still have something doing damage to them. Check that one up all the way. Some splodies? Oh man, splodies would be good. I need to go through the stats and see where I'm sitting. But yeah, splodies would be huge. It would be way better than these electric cars. In fact, that would free up 4 DU as well, huh? Decisions. Let me see what the charges are like on them. I probably got a bunch of points too. Let's see. Oh my god, look at these stats. This girl is crazy. Where do we want to go? Let's get up to 300 fort. It gives 27 left. Guess let's dump it into power. See how many charges we got here. 115 charges. That's not terrible. Alright, now what was the range of my gas trap again? Right about there. That will be huge. Huge. Now, that allows me to do something like this. Actually, I could put 2. I think 2 is a better idea. Let's put 2 of those out. And that leaves me 1 left for... Well, let's throw a reflect beam here. Now, let's see. Hopefully that doesn't train wreck the whole thing and send me into Shitsville. I mean, this should be huge, right? Why did I lose so many charges? I could have swore it showed me at 100 and some charges. I don't want to sell it now. I lost a bunch of charges when I switched. Or it's all in my head, and I didn't have 100 and some. Oh, 100 was the ammo of the weapon. Ugh. Alright, so these may not survive. Let's see. Well, let's just see if they make it a wave. They're attacking way, way slow. There's no way they're going to survive. But they also repair super, super quick. So, I mean, I could leave them. They're killing the packs, and that's what I want. You know, when the packs are all gassed up there, it's something to kill those. We're wave 20. Man, it's getting cold. The temperature's dropping like crazy here on the coast tonight. I'm not using Boost Monk because I don't have... right now, I'm gaining more power from the builder bonus onto these DSTs than what the Boost Monk would give. When combined with Overcharge. So if you look at the speed boost I can boost my towers with, plus I'm getting the builder bonus from being active on the character. Being active on the character that built. Ogre's making it a little further, but they still got chewed up. Shit, man, I'm gonna have a bag full of mythical gear here before long, and I'm not able to use. You know damn well that's coming. Trap is really getting low. Oh no. Don't spooner me! Shit. I didn't get the repair off at all, but I got a GTFO and get healed up here. I can let him get a little lower anyway. Wait till the next break. I had one. I had that one the last wave. Well, I had one that I noticed, but I haven't been looking. Don't you dare try to explode on me. You know what? Let's just... Oh, no. Jeez, it just doesn't take much. So close to a one-shot here. And snares are taking way less damage now with that explosive in there. I mean, it would have been the same thing with Electric Aura as well. But explosive traps are strong and they're physical damage. So there won't be any enemies that are immune to it. $1,400 mobs. That's the real benefit of Rift mode, is when it gets to the grind points in the waves, the lower mob counts really pays off. It's super nice. Jeez, man, what is up with the boats tonight? There's people right... God, this sounds like he's right pulling up on into my yard. Somebody going by and looking at the coast. What's going on there, Baron? Alright. More upgrades. More upgrades. So, needing one repair mid-wave is not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. $98 fully upped. I mean, I could always pull points out and put them into fort. No, there's a house down the way. Down the road. But yeah, my connection died down there for a second. Yeah, it's because my connection is dying. It loses voice first. It'll lose voice first, and then it'll lose video. Hopefully, it is good now. We'll see. I mean, I want to at least get through this map, right? Hopefully that was just a little hiccup and it's not going to continue. Nah, it's one of the downsides of living on the Pacific coast right here. Absolutely gorgeous place to look out your window, but the infrastructure is complete trash. It's everything along the coast here is all old logging towns, and now the logging industry is like in the crapper, and the infrastructure in the towns have never updated, so like we don't have super fast internet. Well, this is the break-in map, Arthur. This isn't a map that you like do for long, but this is the first map. It's the easiest survival map. So when you're breaking into a new difficulty tier, this is the map you do. Additionally, you get that, like Dizzy mentioned, the Wave 14 pet. You get the Mistamine Rock pet, which is the best builder pet in the game. So it adds quite a bit of power to your builders for getting one of those. Oh shit, oh shit! He walked right by. Oh wow, he just died in time. He walked right past that wall though. Oh my god, this guy has two! What the hell? They haven't been walking past the entire map. And now they decide to? That ain't right. That's just straight out rude. Well, I mean, there is a huge gap there, but they haven't been walking around the entire map. I thought I was good, you know? That's alright, can reposition them. I'm gonna have plenty of mana, assuming I don't die here during the wave. I'm sitting on 1200 now, so there'll be plenty of mana to get them repositioned. Need a little bit more attack speed on my traps here. You don't have the game yet? Well, hopefully soon, man. It's fun. I mean, all Dungeon Defenders games are fun, you know? Everybody's got their personal favorite, but it's definitely fun to play. Waiting for a Switch to play with your kids? Heck yeah. Alright, that'll get me through the rest of the wave, I think. I'm gonna have to reposition these walls, no doubt. Hopefully. Hopefully so there, Dizzy. I mean, I've got a Switch specifically because of it. I got a Switch that I don't use. Now, I did use it to play some Mario Kart. I played Super Mario Maker. I have played stuff on it, but I've got a Switch that I completely don't use at all. Specifically waiting for DDA. You know? It was actually donated to me from David, real regular viewer. So, thank you so much to David. It's going to be on Xbox first. Xbox will be first, PlayStation and Switch will be after, but we don't know any firm dates or anything yet. Sweet. Alright, we definitely got to make some adjustments here, I believe. Oh, was my Squire not level 70 yet? Maybe I need to put my Squire back in the deck to get him over the hump. $71 now on the Huntress. Oh, my Squire's only 68. So let's leave the Squire in the deck here for a moment to kind of get him over the hump on level there. But let's make that hole a little less inviting. I mean, without going 3 walls here, it's tough to get perfect coverage. But that should be a little bit less inviting for him to walk around. And then this one, I think we'll just move it up a little. Try to keep it behind this reflect still. There we go. Let's get all of them. Actually, that one's already fully upped, huh? Well, I've played it a bunch there, Arthur. Remember when I started playing the game, all of the difficulties aren't in yet. Like, it was originally up to Insane Mode. Well, then Nightmare launched. Then after Nightmare launched, then Massacre launched. So, I mean, I grinded perfect sets of gear in Insane Mode. Then Nightmare launched. I moved up to Nightmare, grinded out perfect sets of gear. Like now, like on this account, I spent what? I probably spent 4 or 5 hours in Insane Mode. Was it. And then I moved on to Nightmare. If even that. It may not even have been that much. You don't do the, you don't have to grind all the tiers now. But the higher tier wasn't in the game yet then, is the thing. So, I mean, if you just start playing it now, you're going to get to the same point in considerably less hours. The same can be said about every one of the Dungeon Defenders games. You know, the further the game progresses along, the quicker the entry level is for a brand new player, you know. Oh shit, you know what I think that was? Let me check something real quick. I think that wasn't actually my connection. I think it was a Steam update. I'm on a different Steam account here, but my main Steam account is still running. I normally log out and disable it prior to starting a stream, but I think that's what it is. Some game update queued up on my main Steam account. Ooh shit. Man, that ogre's getting in there, huh? Woo! Well, I got a bad habit of not uninstalling games after I'm done with them, too. So, like, a lot of the games for, like, Tower Defense Tuesday or just various games I've played, they're still there on my hard drive, so their updates still queue up in Steam, even though I'm not playing the games anymore. I need to get a little better at that. Shoot. Ooh, man, spiders mean. Spiders mean. Woof. Well, 800 mobs left. Let's see if we can survive it. It's all about Well, maybe not. Those walls are taking damage, too. I was going to say, it's all about whether or not the traps will survive, I think. You'd have to be the president, Arthur. I don't have any room on my friends list, so I would have to boot somebody off to add somebody new. If you were the president, I would do that. So, yes, to answer your question, you would have to be the president. However, if you want to join me whenever I'm live streaming and doing public matches, you can do it through the Steam group. So, exclamation Steam in chat will get you a link to that. What, you mean that Bugvasion game, Omni? I can't make any promises there, but the developer told me that he's going to give me some keys for the game launch. Now, that hasn't happened. Oh, you're all good then, Arthur. I mean, anytime I'm doing public matches, that's how you join. Looks like those splodies are going to blow. I don't think they're going to survive it. I mean, they attack super slow, so I think that's kind of partially helping me. And here I said needed more rate. Need less rate. They gonna die. Man, that one's gonna be so close. They can't have more than a few charges left. Holy crap, man. Oh, there it went. Boo. So close. Look at the mythical gear just laying around everywhere. Woo! Shiny mofo right there. Oh, it's level 70. Equip? Yes, please. Cannot equip. Why can't I equip it? Oh, my inventory's full. God damn it. Here, we'll do this the easy way. Let's grab a weapon for everybody. Looks like that's an upgrade. Squire, Swordy Boy. Is there a sword up in here? Gotta be one sword, right? Am I missing it? Not one sword. Alright, that's fine. And then the EV is no longer being used for DPS, so I know there's going to be two guns here, right? I want all four stats, though. I'm going to be picky. Maybe I'm going to have to not be picky. And there's one. And then... there's one as well. Alright, sweet. Oh, I never deleted anything. Weapons. I should keep another gun for my Huntress, huh? I just equipped a gun on the Huntress, though. So let's just sell all here. That'll free up 4 bags. And then... I can equip that shiny piece. Oh, I equipped it on the wrong hero. God dang it. There we go. Now I got the shinies on. I'm wearing shinies. Alright, now what did I need to do? I need to get my my Splody back down. Wow, so close there. Maybe I'll move him back just a touch. I got plenty of mana. I really need to... oh, the Squire's level 70 from one wave, 68 to 70. I like it. Alright, we'll get you back out of the deck then. Let's go back to here. They're going to be chained now. Man, I feel like I just need a little bit more fort. Let me look at my stats again. I got 300 fort now. I mean, it's my main stat. Let's take 5 points. What did that do? Probably not crap. Not much. I don't have good connections with game developers at all. My channel is very small. It's not. I don't have 1 million subscribers or get millions of views. So as far as a marketing source, I mean, Chromatic does. If I send somebody from Chromatic private message right now, there's about a 80% chance probably that they won't ever even respond. So I mean, I don't have connections. My channel's still small, it's just bigger than it was 5 years ago, you know? You have to get into the millions before developers stop what they're doing to have a conversation with you. Alright, wave 23, here goes. Don't die this time, damn it. You're hearing wonky stuff going again? I haven't seen a problem this time at all. Let me look. Nah, no juicy fruit pet. I mean, I could give it one, but I'm not going to. That wouldn't be right. I can't give a juicy fruit pet to myself when I could give it to somebody that's watching the channel. I mean, I'm very grateful, you know, for a small content creator to be included in any aspect of a game is definitely a big honor, you know? So don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm super, super grateful to have the pet in the game and the flare in DD2. But as far as, like, having a real connection, I mean, I could send Lalta a message right now and he won't even respond or won't even see it. I mean, he might respond, but the chances of him even seeing I sent him a message are pretty slim to none, you know? Alright, no delfs. No delfs for a minute. Let me get these repairs done, dang it. Oof. Oof. I'm saying oof way too many times. That's not a good sign. Too many oofs never leads to positive things. Well, I mean, stuff like that is huge, but the problem is I play games. I like indie games, you know? Most of the games I play are games that the bigger channels wouldn't be interested in. But that's huge, you know? Stuff like that is massive. Yogscast Sipped. He's a big reason that my channel is successful today. You know, some of my Orcs Must Die videos he liked and left comments on, and that's all it took. I went from like 75 subscribers to like 1,500 subscribers in just a couple of days. It's a big, big, big part of YouTube. You know, those shout out things that Mr. Beast does. I mean, he caused that one channel that he had that contest, that shout out contest. One channel gained 1 million subscribers in less than 24 hours, or more than 1 million. That stuff is a big, big, big deal. But the big YouTubers don't throw those out very often, you know. But I mean, if Mr. Beast came by and liked the video and said hi in chat, it would be life-changing for me. Literally, it would change my life. It's that big of a deal. I don't even know what possibly could have been blocked in that. There, Omni. You made it to Massacre. Nice, Kristen. Grats. Actually, we got enough to upgrade. I'm going to put lower priority on that ensnare. Oh, that's one thing that's a guarantee, is that stuff, Dizzy. I mean, there's a reason that people call YouTube and Twitter people influencers. There's a reason that they get that tag, because they're a huge... They have a huge amount of value in the world of marketing. You know, so stuff like that is very, very big, you know. Well, quit standing out in the snows there, Omni. You got a heater, right? You should put together a Rift set right away, Scribbly. That should be your very first priority. I would recommend DSTs. In fact, I think it's worth it to even go back to Nightmare mode to get the Rift set put together. It's that much of a big deal. But you get your first set of Rift armor put together, and Massacre Rift mode is an entirely different experience. Assuming that you're decked out in non-Rift mode gear, there are quite a few maps that you'll beat. So you can start off with some Massacre Rifted pieces. But you're not going to clear them all. I don't really have a preference there, 10K. Today, I like DDA more. Yesterday, I probably like DD2 more. Tomorrow, I don't know. It's not here yet. No, Rift mode is not available in mixed mode, so it's not a choice. Just Rift mode hardcore is what you would want to do. There's no mixed mode or pure strategy in Rifted mode at all. They said it's going to be coming, but it's not there yet. Alright, so the Ogre tried to walk past and didn't. So I'm going to call that wall placement a win. I mean, if you're 2 to 3K, you're pretty low for Massacre mode. Wow, I got one shot by that spider. Holy shit. I mean, that's super duper low stats for Massacre mode. I mean, you can get higher stats than that just in Nightmare gear, you know? Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, you're going to have to go backwards to go forwards. I mean, just like I just told you. Go back to Nightmare Mirror gear, get some gear. You know? You're going to have an easier time in good Nightmare Rift sets than you will in Massacre gear, not fusion sets. Yeah, DDA is 100% worth it. I mean, at an absolute bare minimum, you'll get 200 or 300 hours of play out of the game. If you decide not to min-max and just play through the game, you'll get 200, 300 hours of play out of it. However, it is a grind game where min-maxing is a thing. So if you want to continue on and maximize your setouts, ups and everything, I mean, you can easily put well over 1,000 hours into it. Oh, come on. Please survive this wave, damn it. 300 mobs left. The climb is really the best part, in my opinion. Once you get to the top, you get bored pretty quick. But the climb to get there is super fun. I mean, it's stuff like this. I don't know whether or not I'm going to win or lose, and there's only 100 mobs left in this wave. You know? And if I am able to complete it, it's going to be substantial. You know, I'm going to have massive, massive gains in power from being able to complete it. I mean, there's only one more wave, right? It looks like it's just the walls. Woo, man. Let's see, need 2 walls back, right? Crap, I don't think I ever put his points in either, did I? Nope. Get a little more fort going there. There's hundreds of videos of me playing the old Dungeon Defenders. They're 10K. It's a 10-year-old game, so I made those videos 10 years ago. You know? I mean, I love the original Dungeon Defenders game. I still go back and play it every now and then, but I'm not gonna, like, be pumping content out for that anytime in the near future. I mean, it's the game that started it all, right? It's a legend. Yeah, I had the Squire in the deck for those waves that I wasn't getting weapons. That was weird. It's pretty low priority, though. Because the Squire will now sit at level 70 and I won't touch him again. I mean, I would like to get a weapon for him, though. Yeah, I played Redux. I still play it. Aiden did a great job. It's cool as hell that he's working for him now. Well, like I said, Scribbly, you go back to go forward. So I've explained it many, many times over in video format, and this is the 3rd time this stream that I've explained it. The easiest way to break into Rift mode is put together a set. If that means that you have to go back a tier in difficulty to get those set pieces, that's still your priority. Your priority is put together a set. So, I mean, the other thing to ask yourself is how much of the content are you trying to skip? You know, the game's not meant to start and be in Massacre Rift mode at the end of the day. You know, and the only way that's possible is if you're getting full-on carried the entire time and not actually playing the game. The game is designed to play through, so you go through Insane mode, you gear up as best you can till you get to level 70. Then you go through Nightmare mode, you gear up as best as you can till you get to level 83. And then Massacre mode unlocks. You know, but if you're trying to skip major portions of the content, then you're just going to have a harder time than if you go through it and play it, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying, Rift mode is not a smooth transition. It's easier to go back to go forward than it is to try to pound your way through going forward. The day it came out, I instantly went back to Nightmare and completed DST Fusion Armor set. And by the end of the very first day that it was out, I had cleared Glitterhelm Rifted Survival. So, I mean, that's just the fastest route. But like Dizzy mentions too, I mean, it's your experience. You choose it. The most fun part of the game is playing through the game and going through the tiers, in my opinion. So if you jump right to the end of the game, you're going to run out of game to play much, much quicker. Yeah, I mean, if you're capable of doing the Massacre maps on non-Rift mode, then you're going to have zero problems at all in Nightmare Rift mode. I mean, if you're capable of doing the maps in Massacre Survival non-Rift mode, you're going to be able to get a lot of your pieces to put together a set without even going back. I went back, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 pieces on The Apprentice, but I went back and got like 1 piece in Nightmare mode to complete a set. And then I went back to Rifted Massacre after the set was complete and just blew through the stuff. Like, completely different game. You know? The sets are the real deal. They are super duper strong. Shit. I'm not gonna get one shot by a spider again. No! Not gonna do it. Man, come on, ogre, die already. Wall down. God, that ogre is still alive. I can't go out there or I'm dead. Okay, I can go out there now. Holy crap, man. I mean, I'm a perfect example of that whole thing, Scribbly. Right now, doing what I'm doing, I'm skipping content. My goal is to race to the end game. But I've got a main account that I've already played through all that content on, and that's why that's my goal. But there's no reason for me to be doing this map right now other than I'm trying to skip content, you know? I mean, for God's sakes, I only did 1 survival map in Insane mode and jumped right to Nightmare. I never did any of the Act 3 survival maps, nothing. Come on, hold. I guess I could throw a bullshit apprentice wall down, but it's going to be exactly that, a bullshit apprentice wall. But, or I could throw down a magic missile. Let's throw down a magic missile instead. Yeah, you get it, little magic missile. You get it. Sweet! What was that, second attempt? How many times did I fail it? Did I only fail it once, or did I fail it twice? I think that was the second attempt. Alright. Giraffe incoming. Come on, give me a shiny mofo. Ooh. Holy shit. Just look at that power gain. That is enormous. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't get this feeling in endgame. This is a game-changing drop for me. Just huge. I am not going to get that experience endgame. I'm just not going to get a piece that's going to be so impactful, you know? Alright, I got to free up some space again here. Not much in the way of accessories, or weapons for that matter. Oh, shit, gonna have to just dump some armor. What am I not using? I'm using all the sets. I gotta clear up some room, though. See if there's a better weapon for the monk. Is that better on the apprentice? It is. Oh, I can't use it yet. Well, you know what? Let's just scrap all this stuff. Let me at least make sure I snag this. I don't know how much of this loot I'm going to lose here. I really don't feel like going through my inventory right now. I want to just get out of here. Let's just do it, though. I don't want to leave any of the higher quality loot on the ground, you know? So, looking for all 4 stats. Look at that. Beast, beast, beast of an upgrade right there. Woof! Holy shitballs. Yeah, that's a lateral move. Let me see. What am I got now? Head and chest. I looked through all those already, didn't I? There's a chest. And let's find a head with all 4 builder stats. There we go. Alright, we can trash this guard gear now. And that should get me the loot off the ground. I'll go through and take a more fine-tuned look at it later on. Jesus, it took me 2 hours to get that done. Well, I mean, there was a lot of derp. 134 million. Woo! Rolling in the dough now. That is for damn sure. Alright, y'all. Well, that is going to get it for me for today. I really do appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out. You all are the best. But hopefully everyone is having a happy Monday. And I will see you all soon. Take it easy.